That's why y'all are all together. And so I just I've seen all this. So they I mean, silence and try once well, wait. Well, and see, my sibling is also on I said, y'all, I'm interested. So I get ready and sit there with my dad, you know,
but she is like, if you meet her, I mean, yeah, I just saw her.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, good evening. Thank you all for joining us and for those that are watching online and our partners with Art of Living right here in Birmingham. Put your hands together for our partnership. Thank you all for tuning in online for this special Unity of Birmingham and Art of Living Christmas celebration. And I will keep it brief and turn this portion of the service over to the hands of Mr. Bruce.
Thank you. And thank everyone so much for showing up tonight. We're really excited. And Mary, thank you for coming from Boone, North Carolina. Mary Walker. And being with us tonight. And thank everyone that brought food tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm full. The delicious Indian food is really, really good. I always look forward to that. So I'm going to just turn this over, really just for a second here, turn it over to Alok with Art of Living. He's going to tell you a little bit about Art of Living. We've developed over the last couple of years a great relationship with them. If you're not familiar, he'll explain, but they have some great breathing programs, meditation programs that I've been involved with, and it's been incredible. A number of members have been. I'm actually going to Boone with the 18th of this month for a 4-day retreat, which I'm really excited about. I haven't been to Boone before, and I know that's going to be amazing. So I'll come back and I'll just be high as a kite. So it'll be a very good thing. But anyhow, I'll let Alok tell you a little bit more about that, and then we'll get started for the evening. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Bruce. I think Bruce has said all that you wanted to know, isn't it? And we are here to hear Mary tonight, so we'll keep it very short. Let's take a moment to give a big round of applause to our Art of Living volunteers, and I would just like them to stand up to the Pooja, Tanmay, over to Pooja, Sri, Kalyani, Kushma, Rajendraji, Kiranji, all stand up, Jayanti, Aditya, Bruce, Phyllis, Gopi, and all of you. Because Art of Living is just a family of all of us. Family of happy people, what Art of Living means to. Yeah? And we are a happy family. We have, as Bruce said, we have developed such a great relationship. I call this people call it Unity of Birmingham and all the different names. For me, it's a temple of love. So Reverend Jesse is, when we meet each other, we don't feel like we are meeting first time or rather after a gap. It's just like such a continuous connection among us, isn't it? It's soul to soul connection. And to most of you, we have met so many times. So Mary is going to share while she will be singing along, and she will share her story also, the Art of Living story. I think we all are here to hear her, not a big lecture. But one thing that I would say, this Art of Living Foundation is there to bring people together to live a life of the quality that you truly deserve. Happy and peaceful life that we all deserve. Don't you believe so?
Yes.
We all are happy people. We want to be happy, isn't it?
Yes.
You're at the right place. Okay, over to Mary.
So just to let you know, I'm actually getting over a cold. So I'm not up to what I normally. So I think we'll do a little bit of a combination of things. A little bit of Christmas songs, a little bit of Sanskrit chanting and Sanskrit and English. We'll do a little bit of that, and do one of my favorite church songs. Sound good?
That was great.
Okay. I think we'll start out with something a little fun. Bring this a little bit closer. And on the Christmas songs, we'll see. I know we don't know all the verses. Maybe we'll just repeat the ones that we all know. Repeat it several times. Okay. How about Jingle Bells? We'll start off with that. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in the one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Childhood. Yeah. Okay. So I think this next song. Why is it starting to crack a little bit? This is called I'm a Soldier in the Army of the Lord. Any of you heard that song?
Yeah.
Okay. So those of you who haven't heard it, it goes, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. So when I sing I'm a soldier, then you sing in the army of the Lord. And then I'll sing I'm a soldier, and you sing in the army, like that. That makes sense.
All right.
I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. My mother was a soldier in the army of the Lord. My mother is a soldier in the army. My mother is a soldier in the army of the Lord. My mother is a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. My father is a soldier. My father is a soldier. My father, he's a soldier. My father is a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army. 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 My sister, she's a soldier in the army. You know, my sister, she's a soldier. You know, my sister, she's a soldier. You know, my sister, she's a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. My brother, he's a soldier. You know, my brother, he's a soldier. My soldier. My brother, he's a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army. So it's like that, you know, when you're doing the Lord's work. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, one of the things that Sri Ravi Shankar says, he's the founder of Art of Living. He says, you know, I forget the passage, but it's something like, you know, wealthy people, good people, will feel good in good times and bad times. Why? Because they're doing service. And when they're doing service, they're always happy. A fool will even feel unhappy in good times. Right? So when you're out there uplifting, doing work, you know, you feel good when you give, when you're able to be of service, even if it's just a smile or, you know, or a call to someone. It's really beautiful. All right. So let's see. I don't know. I just kind of couple of. I really love the song "Silent Night." Do you like that one? Everybody likes that one. So that one has quite a few verses. We'll see. Do y'all know all those verses? Let's see.
3 verses, right?
Huh?
3 verses?
Yeah. They're not too hard. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, around your virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds wait at the side, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly ghosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, come at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Everyone, the first verse. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round the young virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild. So I think we'll sing a Sanskrit songs, bhajan. So Sanskrit is the oldest language on earth. All other languages stem from Sanskrit. And it's a language of vibration, has a beautiful vibrational effect. So literally like the word shanti, which means peace, when that is said, or the vibrations of peace are said to vibrate into the atmosphere. So it's a very beautiful language. And then all the words, all these Sanskrit songs are just praising the divine, saying glory to the divine. That's all it's all about. Even if you don't understand the words, that's what it's all about. So this one song, it's very simple. So it's done in a call and response form. So I sing and you sing it back, okay? And so it's Om Namah, repeat after me, Om Namah Shivaya. So that is basically the elements. That's all it is. It's praising, we were given these beautiful elements. The fire, the wind, the air, the earth, water, all of that. So what I'll do is put a little English in the beginning, and then we'll go back and forth, English and Sanskrit. It's called Just the Way You Are. Just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are. Your turn. Just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are. You got it. Yeah. Just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful to keep an open heart. Keep an open heart. Keep an open heart. Beautiful, so beautiful to keep an open heart. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Just the way you are, just the way you are, beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you are, just the way you are. Beautiful, so beautiful, just the way you are. So, I guess we'll talk a little bit about my origin story, so we have it, and how I came to know and become a part of the Art of Living. So I actually live in the ashram, the retreat center. The ashram, it's called the Art of Living Retreat Center, but it's really an ashram. And ashram is what? It's a word, it means a place to come and rest. And it's a place you come and learn and rest. So that's where I live. It's a beautiful place. I invite you all to come there at some point. It's right in the beautiful hills of North Carolina, up in the Appalachian Mountains. And so I actually was living in New York City when 9/11 happened. I actually went there because I wanted to become a rock star. That was a whole story to that too. But that's why I went to New York City. And of course I needed a job and I needed to support myself. So I actually got a job at the Yellow Pages. Verizon Yellow Pages. And I was selling Yellow Pages advertising to really mean and angry New York business owners. I had to make 100 calls a day, and they would monitor them. And I'd call, and I'd start talking, and they'd be like, I had somebody say to me, "Quick, call me. I hope you die, and I hope your dog dies." Yeah. We thought this was funny, so I literally got up. Hey, you know what this guy said? And the whole sales team, there are 50 of us. Everybody starts rolling, laughing, just like that. So one day, this is the early 2000s, right? So back then, not every, we worked from mainly papers that were printed out and we would make calls. And, back then, not everybody had, a computer on their desk. It wasn't like a wide thing. There were only 2 people on our sales team. I don't know why it was, why these 2 people got computers, but they had computers on their desk. And so that, I was making my calls and I'm looking around. I'm like, where is everybody? And I get up and I go over to the next row over, a few rows over, and everybody's huddled around this one desk with a computer. And they're just watching that footage, that a plane hit the Twin Tower. I'm like, whoa, And so we all had managers, like we were in teams, and one of the managers came out and said, hey, everybody go back to your desk, it's nothing, go back to your desk, sit down, get back to work. And everybody goes back to their desk. And then of course you know what happens next, everybody is pulled around that screen again because the other plane hit. And then that same manager came out, he was a really, short kind of mean guy. He says, everybody, go back to your desk, sit down. And we're not going back to our desk. We are leaving. Yeah. So everybody starts leaving and vacating, and then we go out, and everybody is leaving all the office buildings. And back then, there was not really an alert system, and in fact, that what do you call it? The communication, that antenna was actually on top of the World Trade Center. So all the communications were out. No TV, no cell phone. I didn't even have a cell phone. That's a whole nother story. I was the last of my friends to get a cell phone. I'm like, what do I need a cell phone for? That's stupid, I don't need a cell phone. I have a landline. You guys know when I get off work, I check my messages. Okay, I'll call you back. So this is my mentality back then. So, but me and a friend of mine, his name was Francois. We both lived in the same neighborhood in Brooklyn, Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and his dad actually worked at the World Trade, and he was a janitor there. He never ever missed a day of work. I think he had worked there 15 years, something like that. Ever. So he was really worried. And we went to the subway. The subways were closed down. We couldn't, they shut down all transportation. And then, we walked. And, that back then, that's where they had pay phones. And as we're walking down the street, we'd pick a pay phone and see if it was working. Payphone wasn't working. Okay, we keep walking. That payphone isn't working. So we're walking, and then we decided, okay, we're gonna walk home back to Brooklyn from Manhattan. Oh, by the way, I was in Manhattan. Okay, so we get to the 59th Street Bridge, and they're gonna close the bridge as well. But there are thousands of people on foot showed up at the bridge. And so the cops allowed people to walk across the bridge. And some people were covered in dust because they were walking from World Trade. And it was just a really scary, terrifying feeling as we were walking across that bridge. Because we didn't know what was going to happen. And, that was, the skies were quiet. That's a very strange thing too, because it's a very loud city. And so me and my friend were walking back to Brooklyn together. And he was really worried about his dad. And, I found this out like a few days later. But his dad, he just like, you know what? I'm going to take the day off. I deserve it. He took the day off. And his father was fine. Those things, when it's your time, it's your time. And when you're with the Lord walks with you, and He's with you, and He makes sure that you're okay, right? You never know when your time is going to come. a blessing. It's a blessing to be in His hands. Either way, if it's time for you to go, you're in His hands and you're fine with it. It's time for me to go. Or it's not time for you to go, and I want you here so you can do more work. Right? Either way, it's good, right? So that's the benefit of having God and knowing God and, just being blessed knowing I'm fine either way. Any way you want it, Lord. So, and I eventually, I can talk forever. This can be a very long story. We'll be here for a few hours. But I eventually found Art of Living because, that was, I actually ended up losing my job after that. I don't know if you remember, people stopped buying, retail sales went down. George Bush came on television, was begging New Yorkers, please, please go to the shops, buy. People, they just had this existential feeling, oh, what is this world worth it anymore? I can tell you what was happening when you were going on the subways, when they opened up again, you're going to work, there are pictures, photographs, people had posted, and people walking around with little posters, handbills that they made. Have you seen my son? Have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my husband? Have you seen my wife? It was very sad, depressing. And then, it knocked down that communication tower. So our TV and that I shared with my roommates, it only had one station, and it was showing that coverage over and over and over and over and over again. I saw a sign in a yoga studio that said, satsang, free meditation and chanting. I didn't know what satsang was, and satsang is this. It's a gathering of the truth, being in the company of the truth. People who know the truth, understand the truth, share the truth. Knowledge, singing, any of those things, meditation. So I went to that session, and we did a meditation, and I was like, wow. And then these people talked about their experiences of having taken this breathing and meditation class, and I'm like, wow, I want that. And the thing is, this organization, Art of Living, they sent hundreds of teachers from all over the U.S. to New York City to teach breathing and meditation, these trauma relief classes to all the stressed out New Yorkers for free. They taught the fire department, police department, and all of that. And actually, our very first official center in the United States came because of that, in New York City. First physical building where people could attend and do kriyas, meditation. So, yeah, I decided, okay, I might take that, I might do it, and then I was thinking, to relieve my stress, I might take a knitting class, and then my mom yelled at me. I said, Mom, I was thinking about taking this meditation thing and this knitting class, and my mom, she yelled. She said, Mary, you turn off that TV, and you take that knitting class, and you take that meditation class. Moms know. And that changed everything for me. And then I ended up becoming a teacher of Art of Living, and I taught in youth teacher. I taught in New York City and New Jersey public schools, and I taught what's called the Prison Smart program. I taught out at Rikers Island Prison to youth 14 to 17. And saw lots of transformation in very young boys, actually. So that's my story. Now I'm sticking to it. Okay, we're gonna try this one. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero año, felicidad. Everybody. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero año, felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero año, felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero año, felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
I'm not used to playing these Christmas songs. Let's see.
Let's see. One more.
What made you decide to go to North Carolina?
Oh. I don't know.
It's a beautiful answer.
Yeah, I mean, I had lived in New York City for like 14 and a half years. It was quite a while. And, I had started a business with a friend. And then we ended up closing that business after maybe 3-4 years. It was fun for some time. And then I was kind of like, oh, what do I do now? And I had another friend who had moved, he's a very good friend of mine, who had moved from New York City and had moved to North Carolina. And he's like, leave that New York City, come to North Carolina. He's like, that New York City, it's too expensive, and come on. I'm like, no, I love New York. I love it. I couldn't imagine myself living anywhere else. And then I had another friend who, was a meditator. So the other thing is, your intuition, when you really start to, sink down and become quiet and all that, it strengthens your intuition. And she was saying, my intuition is telling me you should go to New York City. I'm like, oh, gosh. I mean, you should go to North Carolina. Sorry, I was already in New York City. So I'm like, I'll go. But I'm not going to that retreat center place. Get it? I'm not going there. And in some subtle ways, a few years earlier, Sri had told me, oh, you should become full-time in art living. So anyway, I went to check it out. I did some seva, which is selfless service. It's their Sanskrit word for selfless service. I ended up going, even though I didn't want to go there, to the retreat center and actually enjoyed myself. I liked it there. And then they said, oh, they need a salesperson. And I'm like, that is the last thing I want to do. I'm not trying to get into sales. You know, I was in sales in New York City. And I'm not doing that again. And then it was Nalendu. He was the managing director of the facility. It was so funny. Like, I had spoken with this guy, his name was Venkat, and he told me all these interesting jobs in the ashram. He's like, hey, there's this job in the bookstore. I'm like, great, I'll take that job. He's like, and then Nalinda would be like, no, that's a horrible job, you'll hate it. And then he told me about this other job, and then Nalinda said, that is a horrible job. You will not like that. And every job that this guy Venkat brought up, this other guy Nalendu said, you'll hate that job. The only job you like is the job that I want to give you, is basically. So then I was like, all right. Finally I said, all right. And so I got a job actually in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the science of life. And so that, it's basically using herbs and food, diet, all this stuff to basically heal the system. Actually, the aim of Ayurveda is to prevent sorrow before it happens. So they can actually take your pulse, an Ayurvedic doctor, and be able to, just imagine all these people have disease. They can predict disease 6 months before it comes in the body. Can you imagine that? And then being able to actually do something before it even happens. So I'm like, wow, that's really, really interesting. So I got into, basically, was not really a sales job, but basically explained to people how these Ayurvedic programs worked, and speaking to people who have some issues, some problems, or just wanting to do their yearly cleanse, to come up and come do that with us. So that's something we do at the Art of Living Retreat Center as well. And I'm on that team, and I'm also a massage therapist right now. I help to get people all strong and cleansed up, basically. So, yeah. All these things, interesting things happen. So, yeah. So I think maybe one more. We'll do this Joy to the World. Joy to the world. Joy. Joy. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. Okay, I'll sing it there. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Let us receive our King. Let every heart prepare in room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you guys so much. Again, thank you, Mary. Great. So I guess that's it for this evening, but thank everyone for coming. We greatly appreciate it and hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you. Thanks everyone for all your help. Yes. Oh.
And we all must thank Bruce. Yeah. Such an enthusiastic.
One more thing, there's a very beautiful book from Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. It's called Notes from the Journey Within, and it has these beautiful passages to read every day that help you with your day, just to brighten your day. Sometimes when you're feeling a certain way, it's kind of like a magical quality where you just open it up and there's just something that you needed to hear.
Yeah.
It's a really wonderful book.
It's on my bedside table. I look at it all the time. It is. Yep.
I wanted to. It's been almost 24 years now. I didn't live here. Going there, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And I was keeping it going. Just it occurred. And as I there was a doctor at UAB.
Yeah.
And did you know Dr. Walden? Have you ever heard of him?
Everybody, there is a donation box outside and a